And everything. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna boost your audio a little bit. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Um, where I'm here with I should have probably prepared for you for an introduction. How about you introduce yourself, actually?
Hello, I am MEOK. I am a cursed crow god, and I have the curse of scuff. Every time I exist, something bad goes wrong. I'm also a jack of all trades because I do cosplay and a lot of other stuff. Sing, do art, dance, you name it, I can do it. Amazing, debatable. Bearable, sure.
Would you
Anyway, nice to meet you. I'm MEOK.
would you say cosplay is your main thing?
Nowadays, yeah.
Cause like your cosplays are cracked, like absolutely cracked,
Thank you.
like genuinely.
Thank you. I always get embarrassed because I'm like, I still see myself as like beginner cosplayer. Because like, I'll be on. Okay, so quick little backstory. I used to do mainly just streaming and VTubing back, and then late 2022 I switched more to cosplay because I got more into cosplay again, and then I fell more into the cosplay rabbit hole. So then I just switched. I just started posting content specifically cosplay, and then basically just switched from then on.
And you like been traveling around, it seems like a lot, like convention wise.
Yeah, I actually have gone to quite a few. Especially last year was the year I've gone to the most conventions.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like,
Mhm.
but if anybody is watching live or in the VOD, I do recommend checking out their cosplay account if you have interest in that. I'll post a link in it in the chat right now. But yeah, also like you said, jack of all trades, cosplay, streaming, dance. I know you have some dance stuff on your channel. Recently, you uploaded.
Yes,
A lot of
that
cool
performance
stuff.
was actually really fun.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Thank
Have you
you.
ever done a cosplay showcase where you sang on the stage?
No, I want to though. It's just that here's the thing: a lot of cosplay competitions, a good chunk of them don't actually or don't have the things to do live
Mm-hmm.
singing actually, because
Right.
it takes a lot more
Y-
coordination with coordinators, and they
yeah.
actually have to have all the systems in place
You
to
need to have
include not just
an
the
AV team
MCs.
that actually is like an AV team, which for
Yeah.
conventions it's usually volunteers who I
Yeah.
mean the main rooms will often have like an actual legit AV team, but they're still volunteers using borrowed gear. Um
Mhm.
I know because I've done that before, and it's just like a hodgepodge of gear. Like it's amazing. Sometimes you'll go to these cons and they'll have like full setup with speakers and like big like LED
Yeah.
screens, and that's just like some dude just borrowed that from his work or something a lot of the time and brought it and like in a van across the country, and you're just like what the fuck, and they're just like yeah, just chilling. I actually got a job doing that one time. I was like,
Oh, really?
I randomly like was talking to a guy like in a line at a convention, and was and like he was like, yeah, I'm like on the volunteer AV for this, and he's like, do you want to like run the live stream like on like like Saturday for like the concert? And I'm like, I've never done that, sure. And he's like, all right, cool. And so he like just put me in front of a
All right,
computer.
bet. Come on.
Yeah, he's like, all right. He's like, you know how to do this. And this was back like before. This is a couple years ago when I'd literally never even streamed on Twitch before. And he's like, all right, run the Twitch. And I'm like, yep, I've never been on Twitch before in my life. I will run the Twitch. I know what I'm doing. And then literally he was like, after that he's like, hey, that was pretty good. Do you want a job?
What?
And so he got me hired at the company he co-owned, and I worked there for like a year.
That's crazy.
So yeah, go to conventions. They're good job opportunities.
Honestly, they really are. People are willing to chat quite a lot, especially cosplayers and non-cosplayers. People are so chatty. As long as you're just like open to like talk to people next to you, like waiting in line, just
Yeah,
hitting someone up. As long as you're not creepy about it, just literally talking to anyone. People will chat with you for
I
hours.
need to
No
like,
joke.
get better at that. I used to be good at that, where like if I'm standing in line next to somebody, like oh, strike up a conversation. But like I don't know, a couple years ago, I just stopped like talking to people, and now when I go to conventions, I'm just like I'm too scared to talk to anybody.
That's
Just
so
gonna
real.
stand
This is
here.
me. It's always like Friday. Friday, I'm always shy, and then as like the days progress, I just get like gradually more and more extroverted as it like slowly regain confidence every time.
Yeah.
Also, I just become a completely different person. I become very extroverted, and I start trying up everyone.
I need to work on that. I mean, for me, it's like I feel like I need to go with some people.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
that helps a lot.
yeah, like to like be the icebreaker.
I feel bad though because sometimes I'll go with people, and then halfway through I'll accidentally like dip sometimes on purpose, sometimes not. Like we agree to separate, and other times it just sort of happens
Yeah.
because I just find people to chat, and next thing I know, I'm like, wait, where'd you go?
Yeah. I mean, that should be how you do it, I think. Like some people you're like, "Oh, I'm going to go with this person and I need to like chaperone them the whole week cuz like I don't know if they'll be able to handle it by themselves." But then you're like sometimes they just disappear. Like, oh,
Just
well.
disappear, reappear, disappear,
Yeah.
reappear.
But speaking of being brave, um
Mm-hmm.
singing specifically
Yes.
is something that takes a lot of like I guess courage, you could say.
Yeah.
And that's something I really still struggle with, honestly. Like breaking that like initial like ice of like starting to sing around people is really difficult.
Especially in public, in front of other people and in public when they're not like your friends. Because when you're friends, you could sing as bad as you want. But
Hmm.
once you're like in front of like strangers or other people, or you're performing on stage, it's like, ah ha ha. How do I like confidently produce my voice? Actually, I have sang once and not in front of a stage, not for choir. It was at a convention. There was a karaoke thing, or like open karaoke, and you could sing like in front of a crowd. Except actually, the crowd was like 8 people, but
Hmm.
still, it was on a stage in front of a crowd with the whole microphone and everything. But it was actually, you want to know what I sang? Diamond City Lights,
Oh
and
yeah.
I also did the jeans up the chant too, which was
Did
really
you
funny because
post a video of that like 2 years ago?
I did, and then I took it down.
That for some reason I feel like I vaguely remember that actually.
That okay, that's actually crazy because it's like that video has like barely any views and not that much longer. I took it
Like
down
it would
because
have
I
been
was
on
like now I'm
Twitter,
really
right?
shy.
If I would have only seen it on
Yeah.
Twitter probably.
I posted me doing just the Fire chant because the what happened was is most of the singing was very shy, so that's why I was like, eh. But then just during the chants, you could hear me getting like really excited and put all the energy into specifically the chants.
Yeah. Well, so for me it's a little different where like if I'm on a stage, I don't really have any stage fright, right? Like if I'm in a position where I'm like presenting to people as like a show person, it doesn't really I'm fine. Like I would almost think I'd be more worried, like more nervous singing around friends like in karaoke.
Oh
So
really?
it's like there's definitely like different people have different like I don't know, like sensitivities. Cause like when I go up on stage, I'm like, okay, I'm in like entertainer mode, right? And like
Yeah.
you put up a like a persona,
Yeah.
and it's like
That's how I
it's
am when I
chill.
do dance performances.
Yeah, I think too. It's like that comes from experience too, where it's like I've literally I've performed more on stage than I have around like friends and family. Like
Mm-hmm.
around friends and family, I'm just like I don't
Around family, I don't want to sing. No.
absolutely not. Yeah.
No, no. In front of friends, it depends which friends, I will be honest. Because the thing is, I have no shame. I am shameless as hell. So in front of my friends, if I sing bad, I don't really care.
Hmm.
So I'll just openly sing. Most of the time, also I'll openly sing bad or mess around with people.
Yeah. Like
But when it's in front of family, no. I'm
no,
like,
definitely
no,
not.
no, no.
I've never really had friends that would like be singing people. I think.
Actually, yeah, my friends, they don't really sing. It's more just me.
People at conventions and stuff would.
Yeah. When me and my cosplay friends were getting ready in the morning, no joke, we were playing Minecraft 2010 parodies and we were singing
That's honestly like
our hearts out. We back in the mines.
yeah. If you need an icebreaker, you should just start singing what's uh the Fortnite or like the Minecraft song? What's the Fortnite one? Number
we
10
about to get
victory
down.
victory Royale. Yeah,
Yeah.
Fortnite, we're about to get
Hey,
down.
we're about to get down.
Yeah.
Down.
Like that's a good way to like if you're nervous around singing people, just like sing something goofy. Should we sing something goofy right now as an icebreaker?
We
Let me find something that hopefully won't get us.
In DMCA.
I mean, we'll probably get muted in Russia regardless, but
Almost everything will.
back in the mines. How about that?
Let's go, Minecraft parodies.
I can I'll download it. And we're gonna be out of time and it's gonna be great.
God damn, that was 2016. That's 9 years ago.
Not quite a decade.
Almost there.
Okay, it's downloading. Very slow on really sketchy websites that I'm.
Real. That pulls up the really sketchy ads.
Yeah, and every time it's like a gamble. They're like, this is either gonna destroy my computer or get me back in the mines
It'll
MP3.
get me a link, or it'll get me a virus. Let's see which roulette it is.
None of them are working right now. They're all just spinning. YouTube MP3 converter ad free. I don't like the sound of that. Oh, it worked. And sometimes they download like really way too fast and you're like, why was that so fast? And sometimes they download way too slow and you're like, why was that so slow?
Yeah, or sometimes it'll keep popping up an ad and then you'll have to go, close the tab, go back, close the tab, go back, and then it'll download.
All kinds of fun stuff. I mean, I used to use KeepVid, which had like an actual like browser application, but for some reason that stopped working. They broke it at some point.
It probably got obsolete.
YouTube
just forgot
found
about
it and wrote some code into it to break it.
Sad.
What is the name of this song? I have it downloaded. What is it called?
Revenge.
I do not know this song very well, so you're gonna have to. I've heard
because it's a parody of what fucking song was it?
Usher something. It's an Usher song, I think.
Yeah, my brain is now just playing the Minecraft lyrics. I can't even think of the original song.
Okay. Tell me if the volume's okay.
The volume's okay.
Okay, so this is a real, legitimate vocal technique of breaking the ice, right?
Getting calm and relaxed by just being silly.
So like, don't try and sing it good. I'll kind of try and sing it with you a little bit. I don't really know it. We're gonna be off time
just
probably
wherever.
with each other. Yeah, so let's do it.
Let's see how much of this I can actually remember though. Like the proper lyrics.
And we got the guy to go with.
Oh man.
So we back in the mine, gotta pick a swinging from side to side, side to side. We're so off with each other.
Task a grueling one. Hope to find some diamonds tonight, night. Hands up. Hear a sound, turn around and look up. Total shock fills your body. Oh no, it's you again. I can't forget those eyes.
Tonight, the creeper trying to steal our stuff again. Baby, tonight, grab your shovels again. All right.
And run until it's done.
We were the delay was so off with both of us, but that's perfect. Let's see. Let me watch the VOD real quick.
'Cause baby tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty off.
Creeper. Oh man.
So
let's go.
when we get to using those, if we get to the song, we'll have you play it from your Discord.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was you're clearly not super like as uptight about singing as a lot of people are. No offense to those people, of course. It's just something to do. Which
It's
that
also
takes
I feel more
practice.
comfortable singing with you
Oh, thank you.
because you're chill. Yeah.
So you mentioned before that. So this
Oh,
this isn't too much of. I don't want to go too much into like deep into technique and stuff. At least the small amount of technique that I know, because I think your technique is actually you're okay. You're like you know what you know how to sing. You know the notes, right? We don't got to work on your pitch recognition really. I think some vocal breath support and stuff exercises might be helpful, but that's kind of like a long
yeah, that's a long thing to
pathway,
get
right? That
trained.
takes years
Yeah.
and years and years that I'm still like working on. But you mentioned specifically like finding your voice as a like you as a unique person, right? Not like necessarily just copying.
Yeah. So obviously, I mentioned before, we chatted about this in DMs. My background, I used to be in choir since I was in elementary up until when I was in high school. But it was just the general choir, which was like mixed between like different grades and like all the grades and like all the other classmates. So you don't really get any like individual training, and any like the individual training you don't actually get all the way until high school, which now that I think about it is sort of really dumb because you're telling these kids to just sing
Yeah,
until their things are developed and then fix all the issues. Like,
yeah, and
ha.
learn the bad habits, and
Mhm.
like, and
But
I'm it's like plus like, wait, no, I just lost my train. Wait a second.
okay, what you do then I'll continue my train.
Yeah.
Well, and so, but by the time in high school is when they started doing like more individual training. But by then, I got really insecure of my voice because all the people who were basically left in high school were basically people who could sing really well or were in the other like musical groups, either our a cappella groups or our musical theater. So a lot of them were like theater kids or people who do very like, I say sopranos because those are the ones that come to mind first because we had like a soprano group essentially, which were like the really pretty, clear, soft voice, whatever, like
Yeah.
that type of voice. And like the problem is I got so insecure because there was this one specific soprano who could hit the high note so perfectly clear, and I got really insecure that my voice was not that good because I enjoy more of like heavy throat singing or like not throat, but like more heavy vocals
Mm-hmm.
or like Vocaloidish, which was very niche and not traditional that fit the musical type for the general choir.
Vocaloid music, like utites, are something that I've thought was really interesting because a lot of Vocaloid parts are written not for singers, really. Like they'll be written in a way that's quite literally next to or impossible to actually sing. Like some of
Yeah.
the pitches and some of like the octave jumps and stuff like are not meant for humans. So like
Yeah.
utites kind of just have to make it work and learn these very kind of odd techniques that aren't are kind of unique to that space, you know? And like I always wonder how that influences like somebody as an artist if when they come from that space, because like I think you get somebody like Otto, right, who like grew up as a
Yeah.
utaite, and so now they have all these really crazy weird vocal like inflections and like little like techniques that they do that are not very typical,
Yeah,
and they sound awesome.
One of the artists I look up to the most, and I like doing this, like specifically her vocal style a lot, is like Otto. I really like doing it, but the problem is it's very specific.
Yeah.
So some people, like when you hear like those vocal fries or like those like lower notes or those really high notes, to other people it's like this just sounds like noise. This sounds bad. But then to me, I'm like, oh, that's cool as hell.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It gets to a point
Yeah,
where
it's not
you have to
traditional.
wonder like, okay, am I gonna try and fit my vocal into a box that like I have this idea that I want to be? Am I gonna try and bend my what I have into that box, or am I gonna try and develop the natural kind of tones and overtones and like kind of inclinations that I have, right?
Yeah, like am I gonna be a Disney princess or am I gonna be a Vocaloid on the internet?
Right. And I mean, I'm of the opinion that you should like find your foundation first, which is where like technique can kind of come in handy. Like once you learn your technique, from then on you can kind of loosen up a bit with it, and you kind of find your voice just by listening to yourself a lot. I think recording yourself and practice is super helpful, and just listening.
Mhm.
And because I think most people can attest to when you record your voice and you hear it for like the first time, you're like, what the heck, right? You're like, I that's how I sound. And I think just recording yourself over and over again and getting used to that, and slowly you'll start making micro adjustments,
Mhm.
like whether you're doing it consciously or not, and eventually you might be able to get to a position where you actually do enjoy your voice. I mean, that's something that I personally experienced, like everybody
Mhm.
else. I heard my voice and I was like, I sound like that. That's it makes my skin crawl.
Like,
And
oh wait, that's me.
yeah, and like you'll hear yourself in the background of like videos or something, like family videos, and you're like, ugh. And just kind of getting over that, honestly, is like very helpful. So if I know you're probably past that point, but if anybody's like a very beginner vocalist, just get used to listening to yourself and recording yourself a lot, even if it's like painful for you, because again, you're
It's
gonna
also with voice acting the same thing. You just gotta keep listening to
exactly,
it.
yeah, exactly. So singing, speech, equally so. Like just
Mhm.
and you're gonna internalize those things that you don't like, and you're gonna be making subconscious adjustments from then on,
Mhm.
and just listening is like the best thing to do. So and again, so the question is like, do you want to fit your voice into this box, or do you want to just naturally develop yourself? I'm always of the opinion that you should do what's more natural to you, but
Yeah.
I mean, there are no rules. The only rules are the ones that you make for yourself and that you break when you want to, right?
Mhm.
So there's no like, this is how you should do it. So it's like, if some people will say, hey, you shouldn't use other vocalists as an inspiration piece for your voice. You should sing your range, your this, whatever, whatever.
Mhm.
But it's kind of like, it's up to you, right? You got to make those rules.
Yeah, because that's one habit I have built up too. Is I built up this habit actually in a lot of fields. That's why I say I'm a jack of all trades. Is I have the skill of replication and imitation.
Hmm.
Not necessarily. Well, I have the creativity and imagination to do my own creation. I have a habit of imitation or replicating things and then applying it to my situation. So that's the one thing I have bad habit with when it comes to singing is I tend to try to replicate the original singer.
Hmm.
Though I will admit, one song that I have somewhat both replicated and more put into my own style ish is Otto's Usiwa
Hmm.
because of the sheer amount of times I practiced that song.
Yeah. I think
But
Otto's such an interesting example because it's like, she doesn't really sound like anybody.
mm-mm.
She maybe sound like, you can definitely see that she learned from Vocaloid, because like, if she sounds more like a robot than a human at sometimes. Not like saying she's
Mhm.
robotic, but like the things she's doing are unnatural, right? Like,
Like if it was a traditional singer, they normally would not be able to do the insane vocal switches.
yeah, you're like, it's superhuman stuff. And and she didn't do that by like trying. I mean, she was trying to emulate Vocaloid stuff, but like she very much is somebody who's very kind of, at least appearance wise, like assured of their, like confident in making those kind of risky decisions, right?
Mhm.
And so again, it's like, I think imitating is really good for learning, but like at a point you just gotta like do what's easy. I think, honestly, like find things that are really easy for you to sing, and like
Yeah.
master them, and then like kind of just loosen up and have fun with it. Like the number one thing that I notice with like, so I do mixing a lot, right? So I've mixed a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
VTubers.
Which I'm very impressed by. I tried mixing and it never goes out well.
it's
Also because
a
I
it's a long, never-ending journey of like, every time I start a new mix, I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I, and then like I'll just sit and like tweak things for like an hour, and then like 4 hours later, I'm like, oh wait, I know how to do this. And then I finish it, and I'm like, actually, I don't know how to do this.
like I got this. 10 minutes later, I don't. 10
Yeah,
minutes later, I do.
exactly.
Oh wait, no, fuck.
A year later, I listen to it, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah.
But with mixing, like with mixing clients, one of the things I notice is the people that have more fun with it are a lot more interesting, at least to me, to listen to than the people who are technically proficient and have like, are nailing all the points of the song. But it's like, okay, like you're
It
you're
becomes, do you want to
correct.
hit the notes or are you trying to have skill technique?
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so you're going to emulate and do exactly what the original person did.
Mm-hmm.
But chances are you're probably not as good as the original person at singing their song. You know what I mean? Maybe you are. Maybe you're better than them. But it's like, why would you try and
song to you?
why would you try and be them when they're already really good at being them? You know?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a lot more fun when people have more fun with the song and put a little bit of their own personality to it, which is hard because a lot of people hear that and they're like, well, what does that mean? What do you mean put my own personality into it?
Mm-hmm.
For me, one thing that I think is like actually a kind of a fun exercise is to, I hate the name of it, but have you heard of scat singing?
No.
So you'll know what it is. So scat singing is like in jazz singing when you have somebody who's like boo da da boo doo skibidi babidi boop, right?
Oh.
And there's like the song like Scat Man, like I'm the Scat Man, skibidi dabidi babidi doo bop bop, right?
That's what it's called.
So it's called scat singing, unfortunately, because there's a double meaning on that word. I think scat singing is kind of a good way to learn a song before you learn the song. And I think that might be actually kind of a good warm-up. So we have a song here. Some of you guys will recognize it, I'm sure, because it was big on TikTok. And this song...
Who doesn't know Bunny Girl Senpai?
Exactly. This song actually has a perfect section for a vocal solo. It's this section here. Just this open section. But let's go a little bit ahead of that and let's just kind of improvise. So, do you want me to give you an example maybe first, or do you just want to try and go into it? You just want to raw dog it?
Give me an example to get an idea of what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah. And I don't know if I might be off time with you when you're listening. Well, actually, no, you're gonna hear it through Discord, so you might actually I'll be on time for you. But so something like
be on time, yeah.
Yeah, it might be off time for somebody somewhere, but we'll see. I'll do the instrumental. So just kind of listening to the song. I'll actually wait for the break. Here it comes. Ski bad and do da da ba do da 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 ba. Ski ba da ba da 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 da. So just like a little like flourish, so to speak, in that section. So do you want to try doing that a couple times?
Okay.
The section is at 122. Maybe you start a couple seconds ahead of that and then just go to that part and then play it. Just be free with it and then stop. I'll let you play it through your Discord for syncing.
Oh, right. Okay. You said it was 122-ish?
Yeah, so start maybe like 118 or something.
Okay. I have it at 114. Bum ba dum ba da skippity. Oh, because the skippity. Da 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 da. I messed it up a little bit because
no, that was perfect.
Is it okay if I use
you can say
words?
so. Yeah, say whatever you want. So that is a very common thing people ask. Like, what do I say? It's like you can just do ba da dee da da ba dums. You could do skibbities, do whatever you want. Skibbity toilet, whatever.
Skibbity dee, skibbity doo.
Yeah. Go ahead and share your screen or Discord, or we can count down actually, since I couldn't hear I couldn't hear the volume of that.
Share.
Yeah.
Let me.
You don't have to actually share the screen. I'll just pull the audio for Discord or into OBS.
Do more options. Share my screen. It's this one. That one and then pull.
Okay. Yeah, and this won't show up on stream or anything.
It should pick up audio.
Yeah, I think it should.
Let's just make sure it picks up.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so let's just try again. And again, just don't think too hard about it. Just sing whatever.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, that was great. So what kind of that does, I feel like, as an exercise is it allows you to kind of get your headspace in a space of like being a little more creative with the song,
Ah.
in my opinion. One thing I do want to try though, so I would like you to. I think this song is better with a little bit of more foundation. So you're kind of you're using not quite head voice, but I want you to try it again, but think more smooth and like a little like not like smooth and like sultry, but like a jazz singer, you know, like a late night jazz singer, a little bit of like depth to it,
Okay.
and just kind of imagine that, and let's see if we can kind of hear a difference there. And if you could turn it down, the music instrumental down, because I don't think oh wait, no, I can mix it on Discord, can't I? Maybe.
Yes, you can control it too individually.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'll do that then. Actually, you do it how is good for you.
Okay. Okay. Da 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 da.
Yeah. See, I think that was already a little bit better, honestly. A little bit more foundation. A little bit of I think you lacked a bit of confidence there on that higher note. I'm sure you heard it where you kind of wavered
Yes.
because you just didn't want to commit, and that's totally understandable because you're improvising, which is probably not something you're super used to.
No, I'm not.
So I want you to try one more time, and I want you to be really confident with it and not worry if your notes are wrong, because again, you are not used to improvising. Nobody's gonna judge you if you get like the notes not perfectly, if you don't know the scales all like changes. You don't have a scale sheet in front of you. You're just doing it by ear. So just don't worry about the notes being right or wrong.
Okay. Bum 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 ba da bum ba da ba ba da ba ba da 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 da.
Nice. You did something that time that I actually really liked, is you picked your note before you ended, or before the section came in. You like sang the bit of the verse, the very end of the verse. So you had like you did the because that verse ends on like da da da. You started there so that you had a spot to start, which you just did that instinctually, which is really good actually. It's a good kind of technique to help you. And I
didn't
think,
even notice I did that.
yeah. So let's actually do it one more time, but sing the last, and you can just hum it or sing the words if you want. The last like line or two of the verse, or I guess the chorus, and then go into that.
Okay. Oh, that was too low. Wait, there we go. Bum bum. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Yeah, that was the best one so far.
Yippee!
Da-da-da. Let's get that. I want to try something. So that note is a. Oh, where's my? Oh, I need to unsolo it. I think it's that note, right? I don't know. Right. Also, let me make sure that's right. Yeah. So let's do some little quick scale-ish exercises around that. No. So let's find it first. So I want you to bring it down an octave. You're not going to be as low as me, but you're singing a up a little more. That was close. I think you're doing.
I think
Okay.
I'm going too low.
Try. This is going to be low for your range, but I want this to be too low for you. Okay. Let's start here. Can you do that one? Ba. A little lower. Let's do a little higher. There you go. Actually, you're harmonizing.
That's also another
Yeah.
habit I picked up accidentally because of choir.
Yeah.
That I don't know how. Funny enough, I don't know how to harmonize.
But
a habit of automatically harmonizing.
I've heard that a lot actually from choir singers of like, I'll hear some choir singers and they cannot find pitches, but they can find harmonies, right? Because they're like, my entire singing career, I have sung a third above the melody, right?
Yeah.
And they'll sing it and they're like, that sounds like the same note. And it's like, no, you're just so used to singing thirds and fifths, right?
Yeah. Especially because I was originally soprano and then I got switched to alto, and then with alto I had to harmonize a lot with alto because
Yeah.
you basically got kicked off the melody.
So you're harmonizing with the harmonizer sometimes too as an alto. Because like if you're singing alto 2, alto 1 is harmonizing with soprano and then alto 2 is harmonizing with alto 1.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I also might be, I'll bring it up an octave on the piano. You might be able to hear it a little better. How about... Okay, so we're gonna work our way down, okay? That seems about your bottom for right now, at least. I think you can go lower than that, but
I think I can. It's just my voice right now. I'm like strained.
And
Strained
we
myself,
actually we went just with that. We went lower than what we were doing before. So before we were here and we went. So you actually went lower than you even were realizing you were doing before.
There's
I
only
tricked
one
you.
song specifically I can explain to show my lowest range. It's it's specifically "Sexy Back" by Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason it's one of the only songs I can actually sing in a deep voice.
Yeah. What part of that is? I'm trying to think what part would be a good deep part for that. Would be like the.
Cause hold on, let me pull up the lyrics.
Like the lead or like the ad libs. The duh.
Cause like.
Okay, I see what you.
Stupid.
I think I see what you're saying actually.
But yeah, it's cause the way the song is. It's cause hold on, I'm just gonna sing like the section.
Yeah.
It's like. I'm laughing because it's so stupid. But this is the song where I can go my lead deepest. I'm bringing sexy back. Them other boys don't know how to act. Yeah. I think it's special what's behind your back. Yeah. So turn around and I'll pick up the slack. Yeah. Take him to the bridge. Dirty babe, you see these shackles, baby, I'm your slave. I'll let you wet me if I misbehave. It's just that no one makes me feel this way. Take him to the chorus. But yeah, that's like the song that for some reason is the only song I can do a deep voice in. I don't know why.
I think that was the A too. The note that we started on. Yeah. So you can pretty comfortably do a low A, I think. Yeah, that feels pretty comfortable in you. So what I want you to do with that one is I want you to like take a deep breath, get your posture way up, right? Real straight with the back.
Mm-hmm.
Deep breath and just push the air out, like not fast, not hard, but just kind of like project it forward on that. Yes. That is so much like nicer.
How to hit the note. Pull up sexy back.
Perfect. Yeah. So now I want you to do that same note and I want you to feel it the same way, but we're going to go up a full octave, okay? So we'll do the first, we'll do the low. And now go up. So you're tightening up a little bit there.
Okay.
So you're open on the low one. Keep your throat as open on that as you have on the high one. Yes, pretty close. Yeah, I like that actually. And what's a good one for that too is like to get yourself started is my favorite is the yawn test. The really open.
Whoa.
You feel that open really far in the back. So now after yawning, we'll do the low one. Make it feel like you're yawning. Now let's go up. You're tightening it up again. Yeah. Try kind of doing with your hand, like put your hand kind of on your chest, and then as you sing it, just like push it forward, like you're like, oh, I'm just gonna like slide this note out and up, okay? So. That's the low one, and now let's go high. Try and make it real, like. Try and make it as unbreathy as possible for this exercise, and make it like
okay.
Do like imagine you're trying to break a glass, right? Not with volume, but just like with the clearness of it, right?
Okay.
So we'll do the low. Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
And again, be very careful of tightening your throat, which is a super natural thing to do, because in order to make pitches go higher, the speed of the air needs to be faster. So what most people do is they tighten their throat in order to make a smaller hole, right? I'm sure you probably know all this, in order to make the pitch go faster. So we want to try and not do that. We're going to try and keep the throat open. We want to keep the ometer down, and we're going to use the speed of our air from our, a lot of people say from your chest, from your ribs, from your diaphragm. I think that's kind of a hard thing to imagine, honestly. Are you familiar with rib expansion kind of exercises in terms of singing?
Sort of.
So what we'll do, so let's put your hands on side of your ribs, like right, I would say like maybe one or two hands lengths above your belly button, I would say, and feel your ribs, and just flex against your hands. Try and push your hands away from you, right? So we're gonna try and do that a little bit. Don't kind of force it, because it is like a really difficult technique to like. It takes a lot of practice, but that's a good exercise of just kind of pushing your hands away from you with just your ribs. So and get used to that feeling, and when you do that, take your breath and like feel how deep you can get that air, how low you can get that air into your diaphragm, quote unquote. And so get that feeling, and then let's try this again. Remember, we're going to try to do it really clear, really open, speed up the air by pushing it a little bit from the rib area. So let's do the low first. Open a little more. And you can even put your hand on your kind of throat, and kind of like helps you to move. It kind of helps you if you touch your like Adam's apple area-ish. Well, I have an my Adam's apple, so you know where that muscle is, and kind of lower it. Yes, perfect. Now let's do up. Yes, that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Okay.
I found also when I switched the word, it helped better too.
Yep. If you can do like, you can even just do do or la. La is fine. Ah is good. Whatever is comfortable. So, but before you lose that feeling, so let's get on that high note. Open a little more. I'm noticing whenever I need to open, I just touch kind of touch my throat a little bit. Yeah, that's perfect. And so then we're gonna work our way up again. So we're gonna. Very good. And so you weren't even, I don't even think you were going into your chest voice yet. maybe on that last one, which is like, yeah, that's, I think that's, yeah, I think that's your falsetto.
I think yeah, I'm pretty sure that gets to my falsetto.
Yeah, I that's where I kind of change into my falsetto. I think I can do. I need to bring it up an octave. Where is that? No, what was I just doing?
Looking at the scales now, this reminds me. One time during my choir like exam, we had to do a test basically doing the do re mi
Yeah.
scale and how to keep on scale. And one thing my teacher said now relates to what you said earlier, that I always could find my do, but everything else I seem to be like slightly off because I think I was trying to harmonize.
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, because I mean, it's uncanny. Some people I've literally just been like, all right, sing a do, and they'll sing a perfect fifth above it. They're like, and for them, they're like, that's the same note. It's like, no, you're in tune, but you're the one. It should be or they'll do it.
Now that you pointed out, that actually explains a lot.
Yeah, it's the harmonizing bug, because if people learn to sing only ever getting harmony parts, they don't know what it feels like to sing with the piano when it's on the root. You know, if they're singing instead of the.
Yeah, because that's one of my things my friends mentioned, because I would ask her, I'm like, what do you think about my singing? She's like, sometimes you're like a bit pitchy, you're like slightly off.
And like, again, you might be on, well, probably it is like your brain thinks you're on tune, your ears know you're not, because your brain sings the harmony, but your ears hear that you're not the same note. Yeah, so your voice is trying to correct. It's like, oh, this isn't the right note, but it is in tune, and then it kind of gets caught in between, right? But I mean, I think you have good pitch recognition. Definitely for the does, like try I'm just gonna do a random note, and I want you to try and land it, okay? And you can do any range you want. You can do the low, you can do the mid, you can do the high. You've got a pretty darn wide vocal range. You can get really high. So
yeah, that's why I kept getting switched around between alto and soprano, because they could never choose. It was just whatever we had less people on.
Which is perfect. That's where you want to be. You can easily do 3 octaves, and you could probably do 4. If you do falsetto. I think you could do 3 octaves without doing falsetto if you kind of like practiced a little bit and wanted to, which is good. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do random notes, and I want you to try and find them. Again, any octave you want. I'll try and if you're singing them lower or higher, I'll try and kind of correct to whatever your range is. But okay, ready?
Okay.
Perfect. Try this one. Perfect. Okay, those are all perfect. So I'm gonna do a little. And you were pretty open with those too. I think that was all good. I'm gonna do a little.
One little technique I do. I have a habit is I take like my 2 fingers, like my pointer and my middle finger, and I hold it like in the like in my solar plexus, like right under. Like where like the rib cage join in the center of your chest, and I hold it there. So then it's sort of like, and then you sort of tighten your abs, like to put strength there, and then I hold it there, and that's like one thing I always used to do to like help build strength there, to like know how put strength into the note. Yeah,
that's a very valid thing. So it's like when you are moving these muscles that are really unusual for you to be consciously moving, like. You don't consciously move your throat. You don't consciously move your ribs, right? You don't consciously move your diaphragm. They're whatever that word is, where they do their own thing. So when you have to forcibly move them, touching them is really helpful to help your brain be like, oh, this is where it is. So like, again, if you want to do the diaphragm, the solar plexus, kind of above the belly button a little bit, that's a fine thing to do. I know a lot of singers and singing teachers do. They say diaphragm, right? They're like, we're going to support from the diaphragm. The way I was taught was ribs instead of diaphragm, but it's kind of similar, but I think it is the same, but it isn't at the same time. Because like when I would do it, I would do the thing where I'm not feeling it in the diaphragm, I'm feeling it in the ribs, and I'm pushing the ribs, expanding the ribs out. And the idea behind that is when you breathe in and out, your ribs naturally collapse on your lungs and kind of squeeze them like a bagpipe to help you breathe out, just
Yeah.
naturally. So the
I think the way
idea,
you do it, it's similar more towards the rib way than the diaphragm.
yeah, and it's kind of both. But like, I think the diaphragm way is a way to kind of breathe fully and like fill the bottoms of your lungs. And then the ribs, you keep the ribs expanded so that they don't collapse onto your lungs and squeeze your air out like a bagpipe, right? Which is extremely hard to expand your ribs and keep them expanded while your lungs collapse is very hard, right? And so holding them does help. An exercise I used to do is I would tie like a rope or like a scarf. It would usually be a scarf because you don't want to like tightly. But I tie a scarf around my rib cage area, and I'd push against it, right? And then I would breathe, like sing out a long note, or even just breathe like out, and try and not drop that thing, right? That scarf that's tied around my waist, and also it helps to have something to push against. And that's, and even just your hands. And same with if you put your hand kind of on your stomach or your solar plex, that feeling, your brain saying, hey, this is what I need to work, like what I need to expand. I'm gonna do a little exercise where I'm gonna play a pattern. So I'll play it first, and then I want you to sing it about, like, just kind of copy it, right? So it's gonna sound like this. And so I want you to first do that legato, like la da 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 da. You added a little flourish there, which I'm okay with, but you went da, da, da. You added a low note. You went da da. You jazzed it up a little bit.
I didn't even notice
I didn't think that you did notice it. But yeah, try this one. So let me play it first and then do it.
Okay.
I'll play it all the way and then I'll give you the first note. Okay. Ready? Okay.
Okay.
And that's the first note. Okay.
La.
Do you need to hear it again, or you got it?
Okay. La 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 la. Hold on.
I'll play it again for you. Okay, one more time. No, you're doing good. Let's do it together slow first. So, okay, we'll do
Okay.
Da 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 You want to do it again, or do you want to try it? Play it for you.
Do it one more time.
Okay.
La, 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 la. For some reason, I always keep going flat on the high note, huh?
I think you're skipping a note and then you're wanting to bring it down. And so, and also it's good to kind of remember that these are not equally far apart notes. So it's not, each one's not a full step away, right? If it was, it'd be. It's not chromatic, right? I think you're kind of going chromatic. It's whole step, half step, whole step, half step. Yeah, that's better already. Let's do it slow one more time. Da, 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 I want you to, you really want to go down to that C. you did it again. Da, da, da. It sounds good. I want you to try not moving your throat again very much for this, and just instead of thinking of like a big note step, just think of speeding your air up a little bit, right? From going from here to yes. Let's just do the first two notes. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna play it and then you'll go. Okay. Perfect. We got the pitches perfect that time. You were tightening up a little bit, especially around here.
On the higher.
Here.
Yeah.
So I want you to try again, and let's actually slow it down a bit. We'll do it together and focused on, again, when you raise the pitch, bring that raise by speeding up the air from low, not from tightening the throat. Okay. You figured it out kind of, I felt like, on the second half of that. You kind of opened up a little more. Let's try one more time.
Okay.
Okay. Let's do like, be kind of gentle with it.
Okay.
But feel like you're do like the thing where you feel like you're kind of you're breathing on like a window to like draw on it in the winter, you know, like
Okay.
do a couple of those, like hot air, and then just let the pitch come out. It's not going to sound like a proper note. Just and really relax. And be quiet with it. Yes, right there. Okay. Now, just all you got to do is a little more air, and it'll be the note. Ready? Don't tighten. You're raising. Real gentle. Like you're trying not to wake a baby. Close. That's good. Yes. A little higher. Yes. Yeah, you're getting it. So now we're gonna throw you for a loop. We're gonna bring it down a full step.
Okay.
And the intervals are gonna change a little bit now, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna play it and then just try and sing it. Okay. You were really close, actually. You skipped. I feel like there's one note, like the third note, which you kind of. That's the trickiest part because this is the half step, right?
Okay.
Whole, half, whole. So you kind of, your voice does a whole step, but then your ear tries to correct it down to the half. So, okay. Yes. And we're not even gonna stick on that one. We're gonna drop it down even more to this one.
Okay.
This one's a lot more tricky. And if you need to bring it up an octave, go ahead. I'll actually do that. I'm just gonna let you try it. That's the hard part. Let's do it slow. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing it, but I'm just gonna play the notes now and you can sing. lower. Don't tighten. Remember, don't keep it open. Yeah. Take a breath. Yep. And so that's a bit of a tricky interval right there. It's a little bit like Eastern scale. You're doing great, by the way. You took one note.
I'll be honest, this slowly is like bringing back slight memories, and now you explaining it makes more sense than what the teachers did.
Yeah.
They would just be like, okay guys, just do this.
Yeah, and if there's 30 of you do this, right?
Yeah, there's like, no joke, like 60 to 100 of us all at once doing this. We have the tenors, the baritones, altos, sopranos, all doing it at once. They're like, okay, sounds about right. Okay,
Yeah.
good, go ahead.
So what's kind of cool also about this exercise is, let me find this spot here. Is it this spot? I think is it here? I think it's this spot right here.
Oh yeah.
Basically the same thing. Oh wait, I started on the wrong note. Is it?
That one, yeah.
Here we go. And then down. So that was basically what we were doing.
Wow, I picked the perfect song then.
So we were going da 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 da, and then they go down da 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 da. See, I did prepare a little bit. So it's, I think, like, again, like getting those, like, even breaking it down, because they do it a little, they go da 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 da, and we were just going da 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 da. And so the trick is then to take how you were doing that in the exercise, which is really open and nice and like supported, and then doing it at the song speed while they're doing it, right? That's the hard part, right? And that's when like practicing like these scales kind of things, and then like not trying to do that in the song, but like getting really comfortable with those intervals and those notes, so that when you do gotta pull them out, you're just like, yeah, I got it. So let's, now that we have the context.
Now I see why those warm-ups were important. Because I'll be honest, the only tuba warm-ups I remember from my choir was one, it was this one where it's B by B, B by bo, B by bicky, bicky by bicky bo, bicky by bo, boo, bicky by bo, boo. But then you would just change the first letter to whatever letter of the alphabet.
Oh yeah.
To also like practice.
That's also like loosening up your lips and stuff.
So yeah. And then our other one was COFFEE, coffee is not for me. It's a drink people wake up with, makes you nervous as numb, it sleeps to a coffee cup, they can't give coffee up.
Oh my gosh. So those are the types that I really fucking struggled with in vocal pedagogy, because they'd be like, all right, here's a whole paragraph, and I'm like, wait. And like they'd be like, and I'd be like, I don't know what words are which words.
That's my one skill I am grateful for, that because as you might have noticed, I speak very fast. So I'm very good at doing like quick words.
Yeah, I struggle with that. I like to do the lip trills.
I'm bad at those.
I like those because like that kind of loosens up my like the similar kind of skill. I do like the mime mama moos. Me mama, me mama, me. Oh, let's start on me mama, me mamu. See, I don't even know the words. Me mamo, it's me mamo, me mamo, me mamo moo. Me mamo, me mamo moo. Me mamo, me mamo moo. Yeah, I like those ones.
They're fun though.
They're good, like agility. They're not as agility as the other ones that you were talking about, but they're like a good balance.
Oh, and the other fun part was that we would be forced to sing like either one of those things, and we would have to imitate voices.
Mm.
So, like sometimes we'd have to do Elmo.
Weird. Interesting.
Our teacher would go, okay, someone name a character something. That
Huh.
okay, everyone sing like that.
That's kind of
And
a
that
fun
would basically-
icebreaker activity.
It would everyone get to relax and also
Yeah.
to try out different octaves too.
I know I would sometimes get a little Kermit the Froggy when I would be doing like trying to do certain opera exercises like and I wouldn't be doing it on purpose always, which is the bad part. I would like, I don't know, like get an air pocket in my like nasal. So let's now that we have those fun little, well, let's go back to those now that we have the context of them, and we'll just do the. Let's see, wait, which octave are they on for this one? There, they're there. A little lower. We'll start at the root again. There you go. It's not as high as you think. Bring it. It might be easier for you to hear. Now let's go fast down. Do that. Perfect. Let's like staccato them with da 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 da. Da 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 da. One more note. There you go. Da 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 da. And let's do like jump off of them really quick. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Oh,
You're doing something. You're doing a half step in there. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You're cutting one note out. Da 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 da. This one right here. Da da da. Da 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 da. 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 Da 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 da. Try that. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. There you go. Da 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 da. Perfect. Now da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh, I did that wrong. Da 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 da. And this is not very easy, honestly, because we're not really we're doing pretty small changes. So if like if you had a worse ear, this would be almost impossible. I think a lot of like super beginners could not do these back to back.
Oh, I guess my ear is better than I thought.
Yeah, because there's not a lot of there's only like 2 or 3 notes different. Can you do them back to back, you think? I'll listen to it one time. Try that.
I think.
Okay, here's your starter.
Okay.
Do it a little slower.
Oh.
You were really close. So you got
yeah.
your starter notes right, which is the most important part. Okay, listen to it one more time. Let's do it slow. Da, 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 da. It's not as high as you think. Da, 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 da. Okay. So let's do da, da, a little higher, da, a little lower, half step lower, da, 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 da. Adam Sandler, da, 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 da. This one's the hard one. Da, yep. Da, a little bit flat. Da, perfect. Da, 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 da. Okay, I'm gonna do it one time and then you do it back to back. If you need to slow it down, I'll do it kind of medium speed. Okay, you can do it? Yeah? Almost perfect. You trust it.
I'm combining
Trust
the
it.
two of them together.
You gotta trust it.
Okay.
So here's the first one.
Like last notes, but
So do the first one, and then I'll give you the note for the second one right after it. Okay. You're getting closer. You're definitely getting better at it. And again, this is not easy because it's a half step. It's hard to do that. Yeah, I bet if we did, let's just actually try. So try this. I'm gonna do da 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 da, and then try da. Actually, that's not easier. Da 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 da. That's harder. Yes. Da 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 da. It's the hard part is they feel both the top notes feel very similar to sing.
Yeah.
So to land on them. A little lower. If you're ever having trouble finding it, bend it. So let's say you're here and you're singing like bend up. Start low or high and bend into it. Start like way low, like just a random note, and then bend up. Keep going. Keep going. So you were right there. You were on which is this note. Try that. Bend just with the air. You're going. You're doing this. We need to do one. So it's really, you're doing basically this, which is what that's what you're supposed to be doing. I mean.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Make sure you get that bottom note like solid before you start. A little higher. You're singing what are you singing? You're singing
I think
you're singing this. Might be easier to hear up here. Let's do, okay, I know you can do a C. Yep. You've internalized your C. You know where C is. You can always hit C. So from C, let's build up to the F. Yes, perfect. And then from the F, let's go up to the this one. B flat. So start on the C again. Okay, so we're gonna go. So make sure you get the bottom notes like perfectly before you start to bend up. Okay, so I'm just gonna let you do it this time. Don't do a scale, just slowly bend into it. Pretend you're a fire alarm siren. That helped a lot, I think, actually. It's a nice harmony. There you go, perfect. All right, now I'm gonna have you do something a lot even harder, maybe. You're gonna start the C, and you're gonna bend all the way up to the B flat. We're not gonna hit the F on the way, but I mean, we are gonna hit it. So we're gonna go. So just listen to it once. Bend it, bend it. You're bending it like tiny bit, like. Listen to this and like imagine you're just a bendy.
Okay.
And you gotta end up there. Yes, 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 yes. One more time. Yes. You've got it. And so now, let's go back to staccatoing it. Da 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 da. Give every note like its own like appropriateness. Da 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 da. I'm kind of throwing you for a loop. I am adding kind of an extra note in there. But make sure to get it. Yes, yes. Yes. So I've actually never tried that like bending thing, but that actually worked really well. Because now you've got this.
I will be honest, also a partial to thing is I have a bad funny thing is I have a bad memory, so I'm also trying to remember how many notes I was supposed to do.
I think part of the time you're thinking a little too hard too sometimes. Like
Yeah, that is one thing I do notice a lot.
just like
too.
feel it. Perfect. And now we're gonna go down a step. Almost. Mm-hmm. Okay, give it a try. Mm-hmm. Yes, trust yourself. Almost. Try again. This is, again, these ones are always kind of your ones that trick you up. You're trying to break a wine glass. Not louder, more open, resonant. Lower your back of your throat. Closer, a little more. Like you're like singing to a sweet parakeet or something. I don't know. Yes. Yes. Now back to the original. Make it even harder. Now the next one. You had it. Yes. Trust yourself. Well, okay, we're gonna do this the last time we're gonna do this, okay? I'm gonna play both of them, and I'll give you the first notes also once you get to them. So just listen once. Okay, ready? A little higher. You've got it. Trust yourself. Yeah. I think your interval ear is actually pretty decent too. So if you can't find a note, try and just hit any note around it and bend into it. Because like when I was doing this, you were kind of struggling to find it, but when I did this, you found it right away. Because you were able to find the relationship. So if you're struggling to find a note, whatever note you sing, just stick with it and then bend into it, right?
Okay.
Like if I say sing this and you sing a this, just
Okay.
Try that one. This one. It's very high for you. Yep. So, yeah, I think your ear is pretty good. Your interval ear is good. And one thing I was kind of sneakily trying to do was confuse your brain with like the patterns and get you to stop thinking so much about your throat, which I think you did, because now I feel like you're not wavering your pitch. Also, you've warmed up by now too, so it's a little unfair, but just like in terms of finding your voice, which is kind of one of the main things we're thinking about, just like what's natural. So sometimes almost distracting you and like you're like, and then like bringing out that natural voice, right? Where you're not like trying to make it overly like breathy or overly like nasally, just like ba, da, 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 da. And just doing those exercises. Again, it's like you've got a real nice sweet high end, which has a good amount of natural kind of vocal fry to it almost. You've got a slight scratchy.
I like vocal fry a lot to sing.
You've got a slight natural scratchiness to it. I think, see, my voice doesn't have a lot of natural fry to it. It's kind of a little more clearer, right? and it's like
Mhm.
just different styles, right? So yours is gonna sound a tiny bit more breathy than mine. Da, and you've got that nice natural kind of grit to it.
Mhm.
And again, all of this, let's try and use that to sing just this passage, and let's not sing along with it. Let's just sing it on its own for now. We'll listen to it once and hum it along if you need to. Actually, we can sing along to it.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if this is like okay.
And just again, don't try and like color it in any way because we're just doing it as an exercise. Just clear, nice, and comfortable. The most important thing,
Okay.
comfortable. Lower the throat, keep it open. You know these notes now, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Here's where it's gonna start. Is that where it's gonna start? Let me double check. No, it starts here. Oh yeah, because I was starting at the top. I was going down, so yeah. Actually, yeah, let's do it one time real quickly with it going up instead of down. Okay, so I'm gonna do it. Well, so da 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 da, because it does that one twice. How does that feel like octave rise for you? Does that feel comfortable? Or does that feel straining for you?
It's comfortable when I sing it.
Mhm.
For some reason, when I do the scale, it trips me up.
Yeah. I think you might be bringing it up a little bit when you sing it. I think when you're doing the scales, you bring it down an octave.
Ah.
Like, see, but yeah, see, that's the thing is, you skip the middle one for some reason. Yeah. I have to get really falsetto for that in mind, but. Find that. A little off. There you go. So that's. Okay. Remember, it does it twice. The top note goes twice. Mm-hmm. A little lower. Okay, so you're doing this. Yes, that's comfortable, I think, for you. So let's just do the root note. Da, lower. Da, let's sing it real low for you. A little higher. And now we're gonna bend up an octave. You're a fire alarm. You're skipping the middle. For some reason, you'd like to jump from the low to the high octaves. You're overshooting a little bit. You're ending up. lower. And remember, if you're having trouble, just bend down to what it is. Remember, so if you end up like here, bend down to it.
Okay.
So you're starting there. Slide around. Yep, you got it. Just slide around until you found it. Even like when I just did it right there, like I kind of undershot, then I overshot. So I was like, there it is, right? Perfect. Yep, so those are our roots. We've got those. Let's try with the song now. Da 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 da. We were going all the way up on that scale. They only do half of it. How do they do it actually? Wait, let's see. Actually, they actually bring it down, but they go up to the... They're doing it a little differently, but we are circling the kind of key center.
Okay.
So let's just sing it again.
Okay.
La 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 da 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 da. And so, if you notice, just listen real quick. Hear how they do that? Da-da. They slide into it like what we were doing. They don't they just slide. They hit the note below. Da, da. It's real smooth. Da-da, 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 da. There I am. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da, right?
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So they're combining the two things we were doing. They're legato and smooth the whole time, but on the way up, they're kind of staccatoing it a little bit. Da-da-da-da-da. And then at the end, they bend it. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da. So just try, yep, keep doing what you're doing. Start here. Mm-hmm. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Feel real like romantic with that slide. Just like imagine that. Da 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 da. Mm-hmm. You got the technique right, but the notes were a little off. So try again. Mm-hmm. Make sure. So one thing you do a lot is you tend to like go off to the races a little too quickly, and like make sure you really have your bass note like perfect. And if you need to take a little more time and really sit on it, just do it. It's totally fine.
Okay.
Like you don't have to rush yourself. See, that doesn't feel right, does it? It feels too low. It should feel comfortable. You're a little. I think you should bring it up an octave. Yep. See, I think that's probably a little more comfortable, right? Does that feel more comfortable, or does it feel the same? Imagine the wine glass. Mm-hmm. Find the note and then. Da 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 da. Confidence, confidence. Trust yourself. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Find the note first. Find the note. There you go. Da 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 da. So I want you to find it, and then once you think you find it, then you just go into the staccato part and go up it. Da 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 da. There you go. Remember, da da. Yeah, you're not going da 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 da. It's da 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 da.
Okay.
Like imagine you're like kind of pushing, you're flowing that, and I do like hand motions, right? When I get the da das, like I do like a like I'm doing like chopping, da 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 da, and then pushing my hand out, right? Try that. Here's your note. Yep, perfect. Da da. Don't. It's not da da. It's da da. Not da 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 da. Think more A on the last two. Da da. Or like U's maybe. Yeah, U's, not A's. Da 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 da. Yeah, do the second. Because you know how you do this note twice. Da 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 da. The first one, do a da, and the second one, duh. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da. You're going too low. Da da. The one. Think the wine glass. Yeah. Okay. Now go. Da 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 da. Da. Okay. Da 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 da. Make sure you have the note before you start. And again, this is not easy. Like you're singing it in a vacuum without the instrumental. It's harder, but it lets you really listen to your kind of your inflection and your technique. And this kind of goes into that musicality, like these little things where it's like listening to how they sing it, and you can make your own decisions. Like, but this is like for me, I would really staccato those how we're doing it. That da 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 da. And this song for me, it really switches back and forth between like a really nice legato da 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 with like vibrato, but then like in the verse it kind of gets a little jazzy, right? Like da da da. I don't know the notes very well, the verse, but da da da, right? Like you kind of want to do a little dance in the verse, right? This part, that da da da. It's kind of up in front. Da 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 da. You do a little dance when you sing it. Da 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 da, which is different from the beginning, which is da 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 da. Really legato and nice. And then so and this part is really cool because you get to combine both those two parts, right? Da 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 da, jazzy, da da, legato, da 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 da. I think that'll help kind of to imagine that. That's why you're doing that like that. All right, let's try it. Let's try that section. Where is it? It's after this. Jazzy. Have more fun with it. I want you to really exaggerate the da 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 da. Like do a dance with your shoulders. Da 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 da. Da, da. Like do it too much. Exaggerate it too much. This isn't how you do it in the recording, but really exaggerate it.
Okay.
I'll give you a wait. I kind of ambushed you in there. There we go. Da da da. Ooh, nice, very nice on the end there. On that you naturally just did that slide there at the end, which we haven't even like think about it yet. This part here, yeah. Da, 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 da. So that's just 2 slides. Da, 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 da. That's one of the harder parts of the song, I would say.
Okay.
And now, okay, so there's one more thing. We've been going really like intense for like 2 hours. I feel like, and you're holding up great. There's one thing I want to return to, and that is the improv section. That we did around 1:14. Was it? Let me find it. Yeah, 1:20. Yeah, so I want you to go back, and I want you to do the improv again, and I want you to throw in some staccato, da 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 da, maybe some legato, da da. Just make your decisions on how you want to do that. Up to you, completely up to you. But kind of think about some of those things. But don't think too hard. I know that's the hard part. You have to think of it, but don't think too hard. I think when it comes down,
don't think.
Actually, you know what? Maybe don't think at all. Actually, I think I'm giving you bad advice. Don't think. Just feel it. Maybe don't even throw in any of the stuff we've gone in. Just feel it.
Okay. I'll play the music myself. Da, 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 da. Oh, my brain is thinking about earlier. Hold on, let me redo it. And what if I do different? Hold on. Okay.
Remember, you can sing. Yep, sing the end of it. Okay, again, do it again.
Da da bum bum bum. Bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba
Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna speed run, skip you back to the section at where is it? Jump to around 240 on yours. Yeah, jump to 240.
Hold on. How do I don't want to? Okay. My thing wants to be a little slow. Okay. There we go. 240.
Yep.
Okay.
And we're gonna do the da 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 da. This is your starting note. Find it. Yep, perfect. Now just go. Don't think, just go. Bend into it. Bend. Da 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 da. You're tightening up again on the throat.
Okay.
Think of the wine glass. And relax. Shoulders relaxed.
I started that a little early. It's fine.
Improv with this part. Did
I miss it?
Yeah.
I was like, hold on a second. Okay, hold on.
Here it comes. You're tightening up. You're really tightening up there, and it's straining you a little bit. Relax, relax, relax.
Am I okay? Hold
Wine glass. Even that's a little tight. Lower the throat. Yawn. Yawn.
No, let's try again.
Clear. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. What's the words on that part? So yeah, I want you to go tadeshi, right? Tadashi. So again, be kind of maybe do the how can I do it a little jazzier on the tadeshi. Like I think the end of the note, make it lift up a lot shorter. Just kind of copy me with just the does. Like hit them hard and get off of them quick. Quicker. So you know what a sforzando is? You know what a sforzando is? I can't even say it. Sforzando. It's when you hit a note kind of staccato or like forte, and then you quickly jump lower the volume, right? You hit it loud and then quickly lower. Shorten them as much as possible. As short as possible. Just for the exercise. Shorter. As short as possible. Again. Make them all the same length except for the last one. Don't rush them. Okay, you go. You're kind of rushing it a little bit. Dance with your shoulders. Yeah. One more. Again. You're rushing the first two notes a little bit. Just like lean back. You don't need to rush. Like you're dancing. Yes. Perfect. Yes. That's exactly right. So now do it with the words. You don't have to shorten them that much, but kind of feel that vibe. Again, dance with your shoulders if you want to. But you don't do it with the last runs, remember? Yes. You're hitting this note. It should be this. Go ahead. That seems a little too low for you. You're dipping into this. It should be. Go ahead. Starting here. It's not da de shu de you da 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 da. That last one da 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 da. You're bending into it a little too. The first, like the previous note. Da 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 da. It's just the last two. Only the last two.
Okay. Da 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 de see you. So.
Yes. Yes, that's perfect.
Okay.
It felt a little lighter. You hit the pitches on that one. Yes.
悲しい声は
Mm-hmm.
美しい
Yes.
腕がわしい羨ましいね
Yes, that's perfect. Yeah. Now let's do it with the instrumental if we can.
Okay, okay. Got it. Oh.
Okay, here we go.
悲しい夢
Mhm.
は
Yes.
悲しい声は
Mhm.
美しい
Mhm.
腕がわしい羨ましいねどれ
Yes. And you did a really nice vibrato there on their end.
どれ
Well, I think that was good. Those last couple ones were good. Cause so you got the pitch, you got your pitches right. There was a little bit on the second one that wasn't quite perfect, but it's close enough that with again a little you could probably get it if you wanted it to. Like if you tried a few more times. It's one of those things where I bet if you come back to this tomorrow, it's gonna be so much easier. Cause it's like
Yeah, like you sleep on it and the next
yeah,
day it's okay.
exactly. But I liked the openness that you had there. You still had your kind of a little bit of your breathiness and a bit of the grit to it, but it didn't feel like you were tightening and straining, which I think is something that you naturally are going to you're pushing a little too hard with your upper voice kind of, and you just kind of can relax. It should feel comfortable, right? If it's your voice, it should feel comfortable. So your pitches were pretty good on that last one. I thought you were pretty open. I thought you did a little bit of the dynamic stuff with like a little bit more like shorter notes and then the bending a little bit. You even threw in some vibrato, which we didn't even go in over at the very end now. So yeah, I don't want to keep melting your brain. How long have we been doing these for? Like
I have
2 hours?
no idea.
Very long.
Possibly.
Probably too long of a session.
To be fair, it's not the longest I've done for singing.
Yeah. So this is actually the first time I've ever given voice lessons too. So I was like,
Yippee.
I was like, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to do this, but I think I've kind of figured it out.
Yeah, cause like okay, I guess now that we've done like all that stuff, sort of to explain how my voice. The thing is, when you say to more natural, now I've noticed it's that my higher tones is more of my nasally voice,
Mm-hmm.
like the softer nasally, while like when I do the lower, it's more throat heavy-ish. Like when I'm clear voice, I'm noticing it. It's not that I have two styles, it's that it's the way I hit my notes now that I'm thinking about it.
I think honestly, working on those slides is going to also help you transitioning from your quote unquote head voice to chest. I don't really like those terms, head voice and chest voice,
Yeah.
but being able to and falsetto too, it's like da, 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 da. See, I switched it. I didn't switch it on the first one, but da 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 da. I switched right there. Da da da. And learning to kind of so that you're not like, I think the trick is not like panicking once you get to those high registers and tightening up, right? And just making it still feel nice and opened. And also not like, you kind of do a similar thing on your lower register too, where it's like you're tightening up in a different way. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like just getting that registers and feeling comfortable in all of them, because you can hit them for sure, right? And it's just making them smooth between them.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, that's all I have, I think, for you today. Do you have any like I don't know, questions or something? I don't know.
Not. Oh.
Did you find it helpful at all? Did you find it
Yes, definitely.
cool?
It also has made me realize that my ear is better than I. Okay, here's the thing. because of the horrible me harmonizing with my trying to automatically harmonize, I've sort of convinced myself that I'm like partially tone deaf because I can recognize the notes, yet I can't sing the proper notes.
Yeah. It's tone deaf is one of those things where it's like people are like they think that they're tone deaf, but then it comes down to like, all right, have you sat down with a piano and a tuner and identified notes and landed on these notes, right? Like,
yeah. And because I used to play violin, and I used to be able to, like, my friend will play the proper note, and then I could tune my violin to the thing, so I could hear the note. But when it came to singing, that's my issue.
well, and singing is harder because you don't have any. You're in a vacuum, which is why, like, you know, when before a song, even pro singers are like, "Can I get a C?" in the piano and give them a C, right? Because even a lot of singers are like not pitch perfect pitch, right? So they're like, I can find it. Give me the bass line. From there, I can go, right? So don't feel bad if you're like, oh, I can't perfectly hit every note. And don't think that you can't train that skill, because you can. And like, I think just singing with the tuner is very helpful too. I had that on the Twitter short where it's like, because that gives you a visual thing of like, hey, you're on a different note, right?
That's a good idea. That is true.
If you have, do you have a piano keyboard? Most people don't.
I do. It's currently in the attic because, okay, here's a funny story. I managed to get the keyboard at a thrift store for like $25. It's a working keyboard, which is nice. The problem is, for some reason, the original wire that you use to plug it into the wall connects to the radio. Don't ask me how, but the piano will start playing the radio. Like, when I first plugged it in, I just quietly hear like these little voices talking, and you can't change the volume.
Yeah,
and I don't know where it was coming from, but it's coming from the piano. But
That's
unplug the wire,
yeah, an unshielded cable, and the cable is turned into an antenna because it's too long.
Yeah. So I've been meaning to replace that cable, and after I moved, I sort of forgot about that. But it started playing the radio, so you can't play it without hearing like these little voices.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But yeah, just like you could even get your phone and like get a little keyboard app, and like if you know the notes, if you don't, you could even just like Google, like go on YouTube and be like,
oh my
a
god,
D.
I just realized probably my tuner too, because I have the tuner for my violin.
Yeah, if you have a tuner. And being able, well, also knowing what notes are which, because if you're like, I'm just gonna sing a random note and it's like, it's a G, it's like, well, that's not very helpful. Like playing a G, somehow playing a G, and then being like, all right, I need to find that note, and then on the tuner, making sure it's the right note, making sure you're not singing a B and harmonizing with the G, right? Because it'll sound good. Da, da. See, that's not a G. Da, I'm singing a B. Da, but it sounds good. Da, but it should be da. Which again, I think that's a problem a lot of people have. But yeah, practice like with anything. But
also, maybe also with what you're saying, how the softer voice, or not the softer, I say softer voice, but when you were saying like the last take, it sounded good. In my brain, again, I think I was overthinking it. That I thought I was singing bad because my brain is like, oh, I need to sing more clear and more that you can properly hear it. But that doesn't mean it necessarily sounds bad the way I was singing.
Yeah, I mean, that's often the problem, is overthinking, which is kind of the danger of like voice lessons, because it's like, all right, here's all these like techniques and all these things, and the trick is to use those exercises and think about that stuff when you're practicing, when you're woodshedding. But then when it comes to sing, you're not thinking of anything. You're thinking of the song. And that's hard, because I mean, I have that problem a lot. And it's just the trick of practicing those like exercises enough that you don't have to think about them.
And so it just comes naturally.
Yes, and then once you get to the song, it's like you don't have to think about the pitch or the intervals. And then like, again, experimenting with like dynamics and stuff, like being like, okay, I'm gonna do this section staccato and then blend into the next section. And the more you experiment with stuff like that, the more natural things will come, because you'll realize this worked or this didn't work. And being willing to experiment, right? Being like, and thinking about those things, like how quickly am I coming off of this note? Not just like When am I hitting it? How loud am I hitting these notes? How short are they going to be? And just playing with it, and then eventually internalizing those musicality choices, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot. For me, it's like I'm a saxophone player, so it's like I've been able to internalize all that musicality from playing saxophone and like all the intervals. So it's like I know where the intervals are. I know what they sound like on saxophone. So it's like I can find the notes. Now, like transitioning into singing, it's easier for me to find it because I have that 10 years of reference, right?
Yeah.
'Cause
I will definitely admit, even though I had a horrible bass, it's still better because I have some experience in it.
like bass register or a bass instrument?
Like, bass register, because like I have a bass as in like I had background in choir and orchestra. 'Cause I used to
Right.
be a violinist, so I have some musical knowledge. Well,
Oh,
it's
okay.
not the
I see.
best,
Got it. Bass
but
as
I have some.
not bass as an octave. You mean bass as in like bass line foundation.
Bass line.
Bass foundation. Yeah.
Foundation. That's the word. I was looking for.
And it helps. It does help for sure. But also, it's like when you sing, it's like you're kind of like naked out there. You don't have your violin or your saxophone or your piano to help you, right? Piano, I hit that. It's always gonna be a C, right? Singing, it's like I've gotta find. I'm like da, right? It's like it's just you. And like I know this is always gonna be a C. Whereas the singing, I don't know it's gonna come out of my mouth unless I practiced enough to know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
That's
unfortunate
trying
truth
to
of
memorize
practice.
the song enough so then you can actually sing the proper melody.
Yeah, so I mean that's another big thing I've talked about before with my clients. It's like a lot of people, their recording session will be their practice session, which is fine. But like if you really want to bring it to the next level, practice the song for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then record. A lot of people, I can tell that they're learning the song during their recording session. And that's, I get it. I do that all the freaking time, right? I'll be like, I'll hear a song and I'll be like, I want to cover that song. And I go and I literally learn it and record it at the same time. I'm guilty. But if you really want to make something like next level, if you practice a song and know the song, that's when you're able to inject your personality into it.
Yeah,
'Cause-
that's what I did for some covers. I'll say some definitely wasn't the longest, but what I'll do is I'll listen to the song on absolute repeat for like either a couple days or sometimes a week, just to like pick up all the little musical things, like all the musical instruments, and then like the little vocal inflectations.
Yeah. And like learning those and then kind of making your own is good, because it's like once you learn them, then you can kind of have fun with it. All right, well,
Exactly.
I think we should wrap it up here. Should we give you one full pass of the song because we haven't and then roll credits for the day?
Sure. Let's give it
Yeah, let's let you sing it all the way. And I don't want you to think too hard about it. I don't want you to I just want you to relax for it. Feel open
Okay.
and just relax.
Okay.
And you can play it on yours and start it when you're ready.
Got it. It's gonna like start immediately because there's like no leeway in this.
How about you intentionally skip the first coming on the second one. Because if you try and catch it and catch up, you're gonna be off and then it's gonna ruin the whole song, right?
Oh, the second
So
one. Okay,
ignore the first one and just go in on the second one. Wait, start again. Just come in right here when you do it on the second one.
there?
Ignore that. Throw that out in the garbage.
Oh,
Start
okay,
on
the entire section. Got it, okay.
Yeah, and give yourself the time to get. Here it comes.
あなたの見てる正体誰もよりがるって不可思議知りたいだけ嘘も現実も
Yeah, Yes.
どっちも真実だったの本当よ今日も
Yes.
独り言何も無理をしないで
Perfect.
私愛されたいむやむやさよならがいめまい
Relax.
あなたのいない幻想が
Yes, there you go.
誰も読めないガルで知識溢れ出して I
Improvise.
sped up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Relax it.
いつも噛み合わないの痛くてないよ願い事何も疑わないで混ざり溶け合いたい伝わらないわからない理由存在あなたと残す後悔誰も読めないガルで深い繰り返して
Here we go. Mm-hmm. Yep.
悲しい声は
Light.
美しい疑わしい羨ましいねどれ
Yes.
語んない眠れない軽い未来
Relax.
あなたの見てる正体
Yes.
誰も読めないガルで不景色知りたいだけ I forgot
You're
the high
fine.
note
You're fine.
哀れないことはない軽い未来あなたと全く後悔、
Mm-hmm.
誰も読めないガルで救い不思議ち胸打ち不可思議知り
Relax.
たいだけ
Yes. Mm. Very good.
I forgot
Love
that I
it.
went the little high notes.
Yeah, if you get off on one, just keep going. I think you did really well. You took yourself off of it. You found your way back in. Like that's good. That's perfect. Yay! But well done. Yes, I think that was. I mean, yeah, that was good. I liked it.
Yeah.
So
go.
yeah. My tracking my phone died, so my tracking stopped in the middle of that. That's fine. Just letting people know why I'm frozen. Oh, but my lips are moving a little bit because I have it partially synced to speech recognition. So I look like I'm petrified. But yeah, thanks for coming. We're gonna wrap it up there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. Thanks for being my guinea pig. I hope that was fun and helpful. I think you did great.
Very much, very much. It's helped me notice a lot of my singing habits that I did not necessarily attribute to things, and then I realized.
Mm-hmm. And it's just dissecting those little things, right?
Mm-hmm. Now it's making me think I should learn more about harmonization, because I always thought I couldn't do it necessarily. I thought I was bad at it. It's hard to recognize harmonies. Turns out I was automatically doing it without thinking.
Yeah. I think that's common with a lot of people, and they think that they can't. But it's like, you can do it.
It's there. It's there.
But yeah. Yeah, we're gonna wrap up right now. So everybody, bye bye. Until next time, I'm gonna do more of these probably because I
Bye.
thought
Thank
this was
you
pretty
for
fun.
inviting me.